Hello, my name's Jaleese. Welcome to the Arrow Season 5 review, everybody. And what can I say about Arrow Season 5? This was definitely a step up from Arrow Season 4. Now, if you all know my rankings, here's the thing. Arrow Season 1, I gave like a 9.4 out of 10. Arrow Season 2, 9.6, 9.7. Near the A plus season. Arrow Season 3, a 9 out of 10. I think it was, in some cases, very flawed, but overall, it was still an awesome season, and I still think it was a great season, especially with the bond between Dia and Oliver. Love that arc between those siblings. Season 4 was the coupling, the shippers thing. The Arrow Season 4 had a lot of things going against it. One, it had the thing of setting up the DC Legends of Tomorrow. We had to resurrect we had to get Adam back. We had to get Sarah Lance back. We have to have Laurel make stupid decisions to resurrect Sarah Lance. That affects the team and created some stupid drama between Laurel and Oliver for a couple episodes. Then we had the whole Felicity breaking up with Oliver for nearly every single thing. Her crying, her judgmentalness, and her being a hypocritical, stupid woman. I'm sorry, but I did not enjoy Arrow Season 4 killed Felicity for me. Arrow Season 4 also killed Black Canary. Now, here's the thing. Just before I get to review Arrow Season 5, Arrow Season 4 should really just killed off Felicity, and they should have killed off the Black Canary, which is Laurel Lance. Now that Arrow Season 5's happened, Laurel Lance is now a monumental figure, and it remembers the original Black Canary. Remember Laurel Lance. So they did this memoir thing, and now Oliver's team is divided. Dia is no longer trying to be a killer no more. She's not trying to be a vigilante no more. She's trying to find something else. I love the thing with Oliver trying to work in the mayor's office. I love how he's trying to build up a new team. He got Curtis, he got Rene Ramirez, and he got Ragman. He got a new group. He introduced 5 different vigilantes for his backup. Diggle's also struggling with what happened to him, is killing his brother, him going back to the military, having a military bad situation, and overall it was a solid beginning for Arrow Season 5. I really enjoyed Arrow Season 5 at the beginning. It was very strong. We had this new villain called Prometheus. I thought it was Tommy Merlin, but it turns out someone else. We also get the Vigilante, which is an interesting character, and I don't think they revealed him yet. I'm looking it up. I don't think they ever revealed who the Vigilante was. And they had a good villains in Chad Coleman's character. I forgot Tobias Church. Yeah, Tobias Church was, to me, an awesome villain. I enjoyed him. And overall, Arrow Season 5 had a lot of things doing good for it. The Bravda storyline, how he was trained by the Bravda and how to learn to work as a team. And it shows how he's communicating with his own team right now, rebuilding it. So you see a lot of flashbacks, and this is the last season of flashbacks. And this really ties into how Oliver's a killer, how he's trying to do better, and then how he's a different man from when he worked for the Bravda. And overall, Arrow Season 5, I see the flashbacks, they're really well connected. Not as great as the first 2 seasons, but I say it's better than the 3rd season flashbacks. Way better than Season 4 flashbacks. But overall, first 5, this was the last flashback season for Arrow Season 5, so I enjoyed it. I think the flashbacks connected well. I believe the villains were good. Prometheus, even though sometimes he was a little bit suicidal, I enjoyed him. I enjoyed the Vigilante, even though technically he's a vigilante. Then we also have Chad Coleman's character, which was awesome. I just enjoyed the villains. I enjoyed the new team. But if there's one fault Arrow Season 5 has, it's just there's too many new characters. They introduced 5 new characters to make a new Team Arrow. And a lot of our old characters just disappear. I mean, Dia disappears half the dang time. She's mostly just there to help her brother and to help Quinn Lance get over the death of his daughter. And so many characters in this entire show. It's just, I'm not saying they should have killed off certain characters, but again, to me, they should have killed off. They did kill off Laurel Lance. That was to me, that was a plus 64. I don't care what people say. Killing Laurel Lance was the best thing because that version of Laurel Lance was not that good. Laurel Lance Black Canary, Black Siren, is awesome. I love Kate Cassidy when she's a villain role. And her as a Black Siren is awesome. It's also going to do a great redemption arc for the future season 6 when she's trying to get back in the good graces of technically her father from another world, Quinn Lance. So it's going to be very interesting. I think there's going to be a redemption arc for Black Siren, or her to connect with Quinn Lance, or not necessarily be a bad person, but necessarily trying to find a redemption arc, trying to figure out who she wants to be in this new world. So I enjoyed what they did with the whole Black Siren thing in Season 5. And again, I'm so happy that they killed off Laura Lance in Season 4. And they brought her back. Her as Black Siren. I enjoyed that. That was great. And I know who else wanted to die from Season 4? Felicity. You know why? Because we don't need episodes where Felicity's again being teased in Arrow Season 5 for her and Oliver together. We don't need her to be her hypocritical self. Her little crying moments. I do not need that Felicity. I prefer the Felicity from the first 2 seasons of Arrow. But Felicity, I enjoy as a character for the first 2 seasons, but to me, they should have just killed off Laura Lance, killed off Felicity in 1 season only. In 1 season only of Arrow Season 4. And in Arrow Season 5, if you want to, that freshens up so much more room. Because you have, like, again, like 5 different vigilante, 5 different side team members for Team Arrow. If anything, if Thea wasn't going to be the combat person, she could work on computers. She could have been the new one helping her brother out. She'll be helping her brother out in the mayor's office. She'll be helping her brother out in the freaking Arrow team. And I liked how they say how, like, similar Thea and Moira are. Like how Thea will blackmail for the greater good and how Moira will blackmail for the greater good. It's very interesting of how these characters are, and overall, I enjoyed the season of Arrow. I, again, love interest. Hinting of love interest is not good. Didn't care for Oliver and that one reporter girl. Didn't really care for the relationship. Didn't really care that they brought back Oliver's son William at the end of this thing season. I really wish they brought back halfway through. But overall, the villains were solid. The character arcs for both Oliver, Diggle, Thea, and a bit when they were there, and introducing the new characters was very interesting. Very good. But to me, it's not the greatest season of Arrow. It's still entertaining. It's still fun. It's just not quite there yet to where it needs to be for greatness. How it used to be so great. This is definitely a step up from Arrow Season 4. Again, Arrow Season 4 to me was like a B- season. That show, Arrow Season 1, again, an A. Arrow Season 2, an A+. Arrow Season 3, an A-. Still a great season. Arrow Season 4, a B- to me. It was nearly a C for me. Could not stand Arrow Season 4 that much. Arrow Season 5, this is like a B+ right here. It's getting back its game. A little bit misses right here. Certain characters disappear because there's too many characters. Certain things are not explained. Why Talia Ghul? Why they bring back Talia Ghul? Don't really like that. Why is this one? I forgot this one Arrow sidekick that turned to Prometheus and now works for him. Don't know why they decided to do that. I just really, and why Ragman suddenly disappeared. Well, he disappears and he's gonna get his powers back, but we don't see him not even to the end of this season finale. So I kind of wish they kind of saved Ragman in a way, but overall, Arrow Season 5 is a welcome addition to the Arrow series, in my opinion. It's a welcome addition, a season to the Arrow universe because, again, Arrow Season 4 was basically saying like, want to really kill this show. Besides the whole Damien Dark thing, and some other interesting villains of Arrow Season 4, and having Sarah and Adam for a couple episodes really helped out that season. But overall, Arrow Season 4 was like the nail in the coffin, and Arrow Season 5 is just like them releasing out the nails. They're out of the coffin, but they're still in the ditch. They're still like in the little grave, shallow grave thing, but they're still out. They could breathe, and now they have a fighting chance. So Arrow Season 6, I am looking forward to it. I think they could do good things. I think they'll make great things again for Arrow Season. But Arrow Season 5, again, a very worthy season of Arrow. Don't hate it. Don't love it. I think it's a very good season. I enjoyed it. So yeah, everyone, Let me know what y'all think. Everyone, subscribe if you like. Discord down below. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. I'm Jalise. Signing off. Everybody. Bye bye.